Christmas presents. Silent night, holy night. All is calm, all is bright. Joseph Moore. It's Christmas time and our house is in flames. In every room, Noche Buenas. Flowers of Christmas flare their total joy. The whole place is glopped up with deformed reindeer that Luis and I once made, and a nacimiento with only 2 wise men left, a thing that causes Mommy to mourn, and Rosa's paper chains. At this season, I guess we could go up to our eyeballs in owing money to give stuff to each other. Poppy says most people at Christmas make those Visa guys grin from one plastic ear to the other, but we don't go that route. Our family follows the Rodriguez policy of Navidad, of one person giving a present to only one other person. Careful as picking fleas off lions, we each pull a name from Mommy's cookie jar. Everyone's in there, even Willa. One person pulls 2 names to cover her. Mommy fills the jar with cookies, too, so you can pick your victim and get a cookie simultaneously. Then each one hustles off to hide the name in a secret place. It's tough to keep that name hidden, but the toughest part is, for the present, you have to give a part of your heart, like something you make, or write, or do. Whatever, that's really from you. I love this time when everyone's creeping around and slinking his eyes to make sure no one's watching. It's a time so secret, even the house seems to be whispering. When the actual opening of presents begins, it's usually as obvious as a fire truck in snow who gives what to who. But we all play total bobo, like we're perplexed out of our minds. Christmas is a time of giving. That's an old saying people have. For us, it's also a total time of eating, mucho more than usual. Abuelita and Mommy cook constantly, and we all nibble and taste things constantly, then waddle around like turkeys being fattened for the kill. Willa knows something special's going on. She rubs against the refrigerator and purrs like 10 cats in one to coax it to pour out something delicious for her. One of my favorite things at Navidad is our family tamale-a-thon. To prepare for this, the grown-ups swoop to the market in Valentin, then putt home with the poor car nearly bursting open in stores with food. Because I'm el jefe de las cebollas, the onion boss, all ski-goggled up, I chop excessively now. All worthy dishes carry many onions. After various portions have bubbled on the stove to complete deliciosity, the whole next day, and night if we need more time, we're up to our armpits in stuffings for tamales. We do the pork kind, and chicken, and plainer ones from fresh corn, even dessert ones. To remind us how perfectly locos we are, these are blushing pink, for Rosa. When we're done, the kitchen's nothing but tamales and tamales and tamales. Then comes the doling out, even more fun than the mess of creation. This year we give the tamales to lots of people. Our friends of the Alma, the soul, of course, like the compadres, and all members of the Green Needle gang, although only Luis and I know this part of their lives. Actually, we deliver these bundles in person, in the true Green Needle style. We add to the tamale list El Estimado, Leo Love, and Officer Paster, and his partner and Coach Tree, porque he loves Mexican cookings extremely, explains Abuelita. Even my name-changer teacher, Miss Pringle, gets tamales. Everyone's teacher gets some, except one. I try to track down Miss Cloud to include her, but she's completely poofed herself from existence. From ours, at least. It's Noche Buena, the night before Christmas. We're gathered by our tree opening presents. That's our custom, gifts on Christmas Eve. A 78 record from long ago spinning, and Elvis, Abuelita's favorite after my grandfather, is groaning to just her on a snowy Christmas night. The top of the tree has an angel that Rosa made by herself. That means mostly with Mommy's help. It's of white paper with skinny pine needle wings. Its teeny weeny paper halo's the size of a lifesaver candy. No matter how careful we are, it tears off every year. And every year it gets taped back on. An angel with no halo? Someone might mistake it for Mommy. Puppy throws up his hands all fake aghast. Then, like a deep down drum, he laughs. Poppy's in charge of rubber banding the angel to the top of the tree. He handles it like a brittle butterfly. It's pretty ugly, but it's our most beloved ornament. The presents wait, shining under the tree. We wait, expectantly, and a shining something happens. Navidad. After each present's revealed, after the eyes and the sighs, comes the cry, Atole break! Atole break! Then we stop, clink mugs, and sip a gluggy drink as old as the gods themselves. Already the presents have been magnificent, as Mommy says, to touch the very heart. She herself has received a mago, another wise man, squeezed tenderly from clay and painted in the flamboyant style of certain Mexican artists. Clutching it to her chest, she looks at Abuelita with tears in her eyes, to try to throw us off. Aye, as if she could. We know it's from El Supremo, enhancer of porches, painter of stones. Abuelita gets a choir of angels made by my fumbler hands from leftover tamale husks. There are 5 people angels, one for each of us, and one cat angel which looks like a lopsided weasel. To hear her, this present places Abuelita right up there in heaven with happiness. Even though it's not her turn, Willa now rips into a catnip bird, made for my old pajamas. A poem goes with it. Willa, you stay home. I will pat your fur. Don't go away. I love you. Rosa struggled out words. At the same time, Luis unwraps a box, blooming with a highly tropical and hand-stitched shirt. He hugs Mommy a long time, even though, claro, he doesn't know she made it. When Papi opens his present, he studies it immensely, gaping his mouth like a gasping puppy. It's a thin, limp chain of yarn, pink, about 3 miles long, and full of kinks. Ay, que bufanda, Rosa tan hermosa! He whoops and swoops it around his neck, exclaiming about this beautiful pink scarf. Que bonita, que linda, que estupenda, que adorable, maravillosa y totalmente gloriosa. He goes totally alocado and begins plunging around, bellowing an ocean of emotion, like Vicente Fernandez, the ranchera king, bellowing odes to this gift, the wisp of kinked-up scarf flowing behind him like a stretched-out cloud. Willa finds the bufanda pretty gloriosa too. She deserts her bird and darts after it, pouncing and missing, pouncing and missing. By now, the rest of us are twisted in spasms of laughter, except for Rosa, who's singing and dancing too. In an exuberant fit, Luis bounces up from the sofa and announces, "For your pleasure, a new song, La Bufanda Rosa y Gloriosa." He snags his trumpet and blows forth a wild and un navideño sounds. When the crazies collapse, there's a sudden quiet, like angels entering. In the stillness, Papi says, "Te quiero, Rosy Posy." "I love you also, Papi, but..." "Pero qué? You're not supposed to know it's from me." "Then I don't know," says Papi. Elvis is crooning Silent Night by the time things come around to me. Because I'm last, and because this night has to last a whole year, I unwrap my present extra carefully. Es un arbolito, a perfect little wooden Christmas tree, worked out in complete detail from a string of lights and tiny ornaments and a star on top, down to a kid grinning on a bike. The thing that makes me go totally teary, on the tree itself, someone's lovingly painted like green eyelashes, positively every single green pine needle. The giver could be one person only. "Hang it up," Luis says. I hear something rough but soft in his voice. The tree has a little leather loop. Slowly I get up. I choose the best branch for it and I place it on our tree. I look around at the faces I love. Mi familia. Rodriguez's. Warm and sweet and silly. Glowing in the candlelight. I feel Christmas well up in me. Music fills the room. Silent night. Holy night. With my family here, with good people out there in the barrio, it is totally holy.